Field is locked away. Rail true, track dead. And they're off in the first, and Cloister flew the gate. Star Ender slow to move down towards the inside. Smites Falcon getting back a bit early. Skates began fast in the middle of the line, but it's Cloister holding onto the inside with Skates going up on the outside. And Canterbury is with those pressing on the outside of them. Gale Jade has caught a bit wider, and Cash Cow trapped out, easing back a length behind them. Then came Smites Falcon on the rail, running about 5th or 6th to grey. Behind these, Petagina and Tinger, a gap. Star Ender, La Delfina, and a bad last, Windsong Dancer. At the turn, Cloister comes round the bend in front of Skates on the outside. Smites Falcon a length and a half away, and Canterbury dropping out. Cash Cow coming right down the outside. Cloister the leader. Skates asked to go at the 200-metre mark. Cloister's holding it at the moment. Skates digging deep, and Cash Cow still coming. It's Cloister from Skates and Cash Cow. Cloister a half length in front. Holds Skates and Cash Cow, and Cloister takes the first by a length to Skates and a neck to Cash Cow. 3 lengths behind them, Smites Falcon and Tinger. A long break, La Delfina, followed in by Windsong Dancer, and just behind them then was Petagina, and a break to Canterbury, Star Ender, and Gale Jade dropped out to finish last of all.
Centre field. Further back in the field behind those then came all cashed up out wide in the centre. Rigmarole, Anterior in a pocket on the inner. Another length and a half further back. Brave and Crazy, and 1.5 off Gimpy Merv. Downhill they thunder now towards the 650, and the leader is still Fred's on from Damative, and then came getting a run up on the inside, Black Glamour with the Mighty Centenary, and over on the outside there's another one there. In fact, it's wide. Mighty Centenary, Lady Solver's got up inside of it, and they were followed then by Royal Jazzer from Alba Verbier. Oh, well, Mighty Centenary lost the plot on the turn and went very deep. Stack runs on. Wider out was Kill Spindy, but in the straight now, and it's Damative the leader. Black Glamour comes at it quickly, and so does Lady Solville. Further out in the track was Kill Spindy with a long run. Then further over on the inside to Anterior, looking for room but not travelling that well. It's Black Glamour in front with 100 to go, but here's Kill Spindy. Kill Spindy down the centre comes at Black Glamour and finishes it off right on the line. Kill Spindy first, second Black Glamour. Royal Jazzer, I think, got third near the inside from Lady Solville. Northgate, Anterior. Rigmarole, Stack, then Damative, followed then back behind them by Alba Verbier. Then Brave and Crazy. Further out was Mighty Centenary, which just didn't handle the home turn at all. Then came further back, all cashed up with Fred's on and Gimpy Merv.
Runaway taking the outside gate. Next to Hastings. Umawalla the inside. They're off now. Umawalla began fairly down on the inside. Nix Magic out of the stalls well. General Turf jumped nicely. Kahuna King Transgressor pressing on in the early part from Middle Gates. And as they settle down, Double Helix has come across, but General Turf crossed the field and down to the rail up the hill. He sped away. Out by 2 lengths to Double Helix up to second, and Transgressor's now a length and a half away third. Then Kahuna King. Hastings making a move round the outside, and then Nix Magic back on the fence. 1.5 to Lawrence, being followed then by Smart Banker on the improve. Then came Sir Westbury and Gothic Titan, middle of the field on the rails. 2 lengths to Our Crackerjack, 3 lengths to Sir Grey, followed by Umawalla, and Runaway last of all to the railway side, and General Turf the leader, a length and a half on Double Helix. Couple of lengths away in the field at the 800 is Transgress on the inside of Hastings, and Smart Banker is out 3 wide. 1 Kahuna King. Spirit of Westbury is out 3 deep, and then Nix Magic back on the fence, a length and a half. Lawrence in the middle. Our Crackerjack the outside. Gothic Titan the rail. 2 lengths Sir Grey, Umawalla, and Runaway outside them last of all. In search of the turn, 500 to go now, and the leader is General Turf, a neck in front of Double Helix. Smart Banker's gone up wide on the course third. Just behind them, Hastings, Kahuna King, Our Crackerjack the deepest in the red sleeves and cap. General Turf slipped away on the corner, led by 2 lengths now to Double Helix. Hastings and Smart Banker, Kahuna King. Runaway is coming home well down the outside at the 200. General Turf in front of Double Helix, Smart Banker, and Runaway is starting to close rapidly. Runaway is raced up. Double Helix and Runaway, with Runaway coming clear, and Runaway a big performance to beat Double Helix. Tivita Smart Banker third in front of General Turf and Kahuna King. Just behind them, Our Crackerjack, Hastings, and they were trailed by Gothic Titan. Further back in the field to finish, Smart Banker, Umawalla, Transgress, and then Sir Grey, Lawrence towards the end is Sir Westbury, or Spirit of Westbury, and Nix Magic dropped out to finish last. Pretty smart win here by Runaway. Gives Shane Dye the first 2 winners of
And Moon in the centre came away very quickly. Monrich out wide. Laura's Luskin with the green cap and Mycology going up the fence to be fifth. They were followed by Tomorrow being passed on the outside by Tropical Breeze, a length away All a Dane. Z-Wiz is well back in the field and also making ground Shigeru, then Hinamaru. They were followed well out of its ground then by Hostad, who was in trouble running onto the first bend. Nachos has got a mile back in the field in company with All a Dane. And last of all is Broker's Point coming to the bend. Moon on the inside of Monrich. Laura's Luskin going up three wide, a length away. The fence starting to push through as Mycology. They were followed further back in the field then by Blue Music, and the others headed by Tropical Breeze as they turned the bend. Miss Trombone was further back in the straight. Moon on the inside and Monrich together from Laura's Luskin. Blue Music looking for a run. Then came Tropical Breeze chiming in quickly. Moon in front of Monrich. Tropical Breeze, Blue Music. Mycology's getting up on the fence. Moon's kicked 50 out. Moon in front and will win. Moon's won from either Mycology. Close up on the outside was Hostad in a photo finish with Blue Music. Not far away was Monrich and Laura's Luskin. They were followed by Tropical Breeze up in that photo from Shigeru Hinamaru. Well out of its ground then would have been Broker's Point in company with Zijan. They were followed by Tomorrow. Then came All a Dane and Nachos. Didn't fire last of all. Moon.
Dugar Jim the outside, Smear again outside of that horse. Back to the inside, Russo, and they were followed further back in the field then by Carpathia racing outside of Emerald Oso, and a length and a half away last of all is Turbo. Nice steady speed on in the early part, and as they go towards the 16 passing that marker now, the 1600, and the leader was going along pretty keenly. Forest Prince 2.5 in front of Sergeant John the rider trying to settle it. 5 lengths away third Beyond the Barclay. 2.5 away Smear again travels with his head on his chest. Over on the inside Chatsy from Dugar Gem, and they were followed then by Russo. Further back Carpathia, a length away Emerald Oso, and Turbo last of all, and there's close to 15 lengths first to last, maybe more, as they move along the far side of the course now. And the leader was still Forest Prince, but swills away by about 6 or 7. In second placing Beyond the Barclay, Sergeant John has gone, going up on the outside, still travelling very well. Smear again appearing to be within himself. They were followed by Carpathia, Chatsy and Dugar Gem together. Then came Turbo commencing a run. They were followed by Russo shaken up, and last of all Emerald Oso. Down the hill and Forest Prince slides away by 5. Second Beyond the Barclay, third a length away. Over on the outside was Smear again, still travelling okay. Turbo from the rear with Carpathia. Sergeant John drops out, going past it. Dugar Jim under the whip, followed by Russo out wide. Chatsy is getting a run between horses. Then Emerald Oso around the turn. Look to be 3 major chances, maybe 4 with Turbo going to 4th. We're out wide. Smear again joins Beyond the Barclay. Forest Prince the inside. Turbo is still running on behind those, and wider out Carpathia. Nothing else a chance. Chatsy, Dugar Gem, and further back behind those then came Emerald Oso and Russo, but Smear again reached the lead of the 200. Beyond the Barclay's the first one beaten of the quartet. Turbo runs on the outside, but it's Smear again still going pretty well. Smear again hangs on. Forest Prince is raising another effort on the inside, but it's Smear again. Smear again wins by 2.5. Second Forest Prince, 2.5 away third, or 3 off then to Turbo. Beyond the Barclay didn't stick it out today. Chatsy was 5th from Carpathia. A break Emerald Oso, Dugar Gem, followed by Russo, and tailed right off was Sergeant John.
Okay, thanks Ron. Smear again 321.10 over 9 Forest Prince 840. With 2 Turbo for third at 270. That's the way they finished in race 2 at Murray Bridge. Now, Sandown Park is 2 minutes off. They're about to lead them onto the track there, and Jake's Bandits right into 190 odds on favourite now. Prince of Terror at 650. It's eased out. So is Calderley, number 3, out to 880. 27 Denver Eyes. Into 14s is the 6 Mini Jubilee. Out to 18s is the 7 Langford. Easy is number 8 Mainland at 2 out to 550, and 20s White Tivoli. The one they really want is the one Jake's Bandit at 190. So they're about to lead them onto the track. Now, trackside on Caulfield Guineas Day, right throughout the afternoon. Here he is once again, Andrew Bensley.
Yes, thank you, Chris. And joining us back here is Simon Marshall, representing the sponsors of our next race here, the Cranbourne Auto Market Diet 2 Handicap. Good to see you on Sky Channel, Simon.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And what an exciting day 1,000 Guineas is. We've got a nice little crowd here, but most importantly, the Cranbourne Auto Market Welter is the next race. And
now, you're their ambassador.
That's right, Andrew. I've been associated with Frank Valla at Cranbourne Auto Market and Warren Stewart, he's Daihatsu Australia, for going on 8 months now, and mind you, car sales have been up too since I've joined the team. But
that's you, is it, Simon?
In a nutshell, I don't think it is. Look, Cranbourne Auto Market are looking at turning over a record turnover this year. Things have been flying, as well as the used car yard. And well, I can't talk highly enough of Warren Stewart, what he's doing with Daihatsu Australia. He's absolutely flying. But they're very passionate men about their racing, Andrew, and just goes to show they're probably one of the best exponents in putting a little bit of money back into racing and sponsoring races such as on feature days such as 1,000 Guineas Day.
All right, now the Sandown Greyhound race isn't far away. Have you got a tip in this race or the 1,000 Guineas?
Well, I think we should stick with Hot Touch in the number 5 in the third, coming up here at Caulfield. He's nice win last start at Sandown, trained at Cranbourne by Alan Williams. And for the Guineas, Andrew, I'm going to stick with Bart Cummings. I like Rainbow Bubbles. We saw a runaway win for the Cummings stable early in the day. She's very similar. She's still learning, but watch her hit the line today.
All right, thanks for joining us, Simon.
My pleasure, Andrew.
Simon Marshall joining us here on Sky Channel, live from Caulfield. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, thanks, Andrew. Simon, he's a good judge too, and quite a character, no doubt. He's come up with another winner for us, we hope, at Caulfield today. Now, at Sandown Park, it's Jake's Bandit $1.90, the odds-on favourite. They're almost set. Here's Ron Hawkswell.
Mainlander, boxed and set for a start. Race 6, ready to go. Racing, Jake's Bandit out fast on the inside, the lead settling down. Mainlander out wide and going through fast. Prince of Terror in the centre, followed further back by Mitty Jubilee. Check to the outside, Mitty Jubilee there in Langford. They go to the tail, down the back, and Jake's Bandit in front. Prince of Terror second, 6 lengths away. Third is Mainlander. They were followed next then by White Tivoli over on the inside, Calderlee. A length and a half, Denver Eyes, followed by Mitty Jubilee and Langford last. Coming up the back straight, and Jake's Bandit kicked away about 3 lengths out in front of Prince of Terror. And Jake's Bandit up the red, too good, 2.5, Jake's Terror. Mainlanders run third, followed by White Tivoli. Behind them, Calderlee, Denver Eyes, followed by Langford and Mitty Jubilee.
And the fave gets home, Jake's Bandit at 2.10 and 1.10, so eased a little at the finish there. 2 Prince of Terror second, 2.10, with 8 Mainlander for third at 2.40. 1, 2, 8. Now Caulfield, 2 minutes off. Victoria Park 7.90, down to 4 Always a Chance 7.80, 4.80 Hot Touch. I Love Kiev at 13, Cotton on Flyer 16, 8.50 Straight Clip. 8 number 9 Raptor at 5.60, then 64 for the 10, 21 for My Sir Eric, and Queen Marauding now is 5.90. Greg Miles tipping 5.19 in the third at Caulfield. Okay, we're really working him overtime there at Caulfield today. His trackside once again with the trainer of the previous winner there today at Caulfield, Leon Corstens, and once again here's Andrew Bensley.
Yes, welcome back to Caulfield. Let's find out hopefully about a good runner in the third race coming up here at Caulfield. That's number 2, Bluestone. Leon Corstens, the trainer, is with us. Leon, this horse coming off a spell of what, 560 odd days. I counted them up last night.
Well, he's done a good job. Yeah, he's been off about 12 months. He had he done a tendon the last time he raced in the Easter Cup, and seems very good now. I'd say whatever he did today, he'd improve immensely. He's really, I'd say, a mile and a quarter horse. So as long as he's running on today and pulls up good, I'll be very pleased.
Kevin Forrester, I note, that's come down to Melbourne from Sydney just over the Spring Carnival. You normally give a jock a bit of a chance, Leon. You've done that with Kevin?
Well, he's riding a bit of work for me, so I've got to try and help him somewhere, like, you know. So, oh well, I hope the horse runs nice for him.
All right, so the horse off a tendon injury. It ran a mighty race, though, in the Easter Cup, considering the tendon injury.
Yeah, well, evidently Jason Patton rode him in the Easter Cup, and he stumbled quite badly coming out the barriers, and I'd say that's when it's all happened, Andrew. He pulled up and he was quite sore after the race, so we put him away for a long time, and hopefully he'll, you know, pull up good and continue on.
All right, thanks for joining us, Leon. Good luck with Bluestone.
Thanks very much, Andrew.
Leon Corstens joining us here at Caulfield. Prior to race 3, he has Bluestone, a 7-year-old, resuming after a tendon injury suffered, when was it, in the Easter Cup, back in the March of 1997. Thank you.
Good on you, Andrew. And we sort of preempted things there, saying he was the trainer of the last winner. In fact, that was Bart Cummings, but we're wishing Leon all the best for this race. Maybe it's the topical tip now in Bluestone. It is long odds, though. It's $31, and as we said, it is resuming. So if it gets up and you fancy it, well, good luck to you, because you're going to get plenty. 7.90 Victoria Park. Go down to 4 Always a Chance 7.80. 5 Hot Touch at 4.80. I Love Kiev at 13. 7 Cotton on Flyer at 16. 8 Straight Clip 8.50. 9 Raptor at 5.60. Diamond Duke 64. 21 My Serenic, and $5.90 for Queen Marauding, and well supported the 12. Previous at Bendigo, Usands number 10, 4 even and 150. 6 Hilton Blue Chip 130. 2 Noble Tradition 180. Cornella 210. The 10-6-2 trifecta $41.20 on race 2 at Bendigo. Almost set now at Caulfield on Guineas Day for the third. Once again, here's Greg Miles.
Back from long spells, in fact, Bluestone, an even longer one. March of '97 was his last start back from a tendon injury. Favoured as Raptor off a far shorter break, number 9, at about 4-1 on track. Horse of quite a good deal of promise, struck a heavy track before going out for a break, but before that his efforts were very, very good. Top pick over Hot Touch, number 5 on track. They're the two most favoured, and then Victoria Park. Here's Raptor, the one to move up into the stalls now, out next to Hot Touch. And then only Bluestone to move in once they get Raptor ready, and Victoria Park. Outside gate, a little worry for Victoria Park. He does need to have a smother in his races and then unleash his run. Now they're just still working on Raptor to come forward. Trained by Ray Lawson, Brett Preble on board. Ran a couple of good races. The run behind Rancho Spark 2 starts ago was good. He ran 3 seconds in a row, actually, a couple at Moonee Valley and then here at Caulfield. And he's well overdue to crack it for a city victory. He's been in the money 8 of his 10 starts. Now, riderless Raptor goes up into the line out next to Hot Touch. Raft stood in well. Rider keeping the weight off Queen Marauding's back. She went in riderless. And at this stage, Larry Cassidy hasn't resumed his seat. He'd be doing that now, though, as Bluestone goes in with Victoria Park and they're ready. All set, 1200. All clear given. And attendant with Raptor, off they go. Hot Touch won the jump on the outside. Raptor was out okay. I Love Kiev and Straight Clipper showing pace down near the inside. And then My Serenic. Cotton on Flyer drop back and Victoria Park easing back in the field. Hot Touch led them though at the 1,000-metre mark. Cross to the rail in front of I Love Kiev and Raptor out wide. Straight Clip behind them in 4th placing and My Serenic over on the inside. And then Queen Marauding a length back from Diamond Duke. Victoria Park wide out. Always a chances next in the red and white colours on the rail from Cotton on Flyer. And then Raft and Bluestone hitting to the 600. Hot Touch about a half length clear. Running second is Straight Clip, and the green colours I Love Kiev out wide a third. One My Serenic back on the inside, and then Raptor. Queen Marauding between horses. One behind them is Victoria Park coming into it around the outside of Diamond Duke. Always a chance. And then Cotton on Fly when they corner. Hot Touch around the bend against the rail, the leader. Straight Clip wobbled a bit. Anders a length and a half away with My Serenic getting up behind them with Always a Chance. Raptor and I Love Kiev down the outside. Hot Touch the leader at the 200. Raptor's coming at it with Always a Chance through on the inside rail. Raptor and Always a Chance now. Raptor and Always a Chance. Always a Chance going home the better on the inside, and Always a Chance. One at the head to Raptor with the Hot Touch third between them, and then Cotton on Flyer and My Serenic. Back behind them Diamond Duke, I Love Kiev, Victoria Park, then Queen Marauding, and they were trailed by Straight Clip, who's weakened in the run home. Bluestone towards the end, and Raft was last of all.
Luck at our Covenant Court wide. Love to Star is 4th outside of Molochai's Lass, about 2 to Whitfield Avenue in a good posse. Right behind it is the favourite Gentle Princess and 2 lengths to Special Occasion. 900 metres to go and Schwarzkopf in charge. Steadies the ship now. Led a half length on Night Luck. A length away our Covenant 3 wide. Love to Star 1 off the fence and 5th on the rail. Then is Molochai's Lass. About 2.5 to Whitfield Avenue being called upon. 2 lengths away Gentle Princess and Special Occasion whip them in. At the 600-metre pole and Schwarzkopf in charge. Leads by a neck now on Night Lark, our Covenant third. Here's Whitfield Avenue taking off in a lightning move. They were followed by Love to Star with the orange cap. Dropping out Molochai's Lass. Then came Gentle Princess. It'll have the last shot at them, and last of all Special Occasion. Schwarzkopf turns in front, led by over a length now on Night Lark. Whitfield Avenue winding up, and Gentle Princess sustaining a strong run. They haven't got Schwarzkopf at the 150. Schwarzkopf 2 in front of Whitfield Avenue and Gentle Princess. Special Occasion late on the fence, but Schwarzkopf in front. Special Occasion's getting out and flying late, but it's all too late. Schwarzkopf leads all of the way to win from Special Occasion. Whitfield Avenue third, Gentle Princess fourth, and they both had their chance. They were followed by Night Lark, Love to Star, our Covenant, and Molochai's Lass was last home.
The number 9, Schwartz.
Right up onto the speed. They were followed by Legal Hand. Pitch and Treasury were next as they move along that far side of the course and go towards the 1,000, where the leader was Inkamala by 2. Second, Rubiton Road. Third is Baroque Red going up okay. Forest Idol and neck away on its outside. Fourth from Legal Hand wide out. Pitch the centre and Treasury on the inside. About to make the run downhill at the 800-metre mark, and Inkamala by 1 to Rubiton Road. Only a length away, Baroque Red's travelled very well on the run. And about a half, 3/4 away on the outside, Forest Idol. Followed then as they quickened by Legal Hand, pitched the centre, needing a run, and Treasure on the inside. Around the home turn, Inkamala went for home. Kick 2 in front of Baroque Red, followed then by Forest Idol. Rubiton Road is still there ahead of it. Pitch travels up behind them, just biding its time. Wider out Legal Hand, and last Treasure into the straight. Inkamala led from Rubiton Road. Baroque Red under pressure. The run coming now for Pitch under pressure. Wider out Forest Idol, followed then out wide by Legal Hand, who's sticking on pretty well, but it's still Inkamala at the 200-metre mark, a half in front. Second placing Rubiton Road. Pitches trying to get to the pair of them, and Legal Hand. Pitches now starting to extend out wide. She's raced up on the outside to go to the front in the closing stages. She's picked up an overdue win. Pitch by a length and a half, Rubiton Road. Third placing on the inside was Inkamala from Legal Hand, Baroque Red, Forest Idol, and tailed out Treasure Lee. Number 5, Pitch. This young fellow, Paul Gatt. Boy, he's riding well. He'd win on a swinging gate. Number 5, Pitch. A 4-year
today in the Country Cup.
Let us go.
Jim Houlihan joining us here. Thanks, Jim, for joining us. Good luck with Western Outlaw in the next race coming up here at Caulfield.
Gibran won the jump on the inside. Much Ado is away well. Rich Picking snagged back to the tail at the start. As they jump into stride, Tiger by the Tail was out fast and he's up 3rd or 4th. And then Strange Addiction when they settle down. Western Outlaws trapped out wide, pushing up inside Deerfield to be middle of the pack now. Mr. Zig has taken the field up the hill at the 1200 by a length and a half. Tiger by the Tail, 2 lengths. Gibran on the inside. With him, Much Ado and Strange Addiction trapped out 3 wide. 2 lengths, Western Outlaw. Over on the inside, just behind these, is No Comparison, and Deerfield is in that bunch as well, travelling wide. 2 lengths then to Gold Robe, being followed by Red Rascal towards the end as Blazing Monarch, His Word, and Rich Pickings last of all to the railway side. And at the 800, Mr. Zig by a length, Tiger by the Tail, Strange Addiction the outside 3rd. 1 further back is Gibran over on the inside of Much Ado, and then Western Outlaw coming into it round the outside. 2 lengths to Deerfield, getting a track home out wider, followed by Gold Robe, No Comparison under pressure. Rich Pickings starting a run when they came to the home turn, and well back Blazing Monarch, Red Rascal and His Word last of all. It's Mr. Zig on the inside, Strange Addiction 3 deep, Tiger by the Tail in the middle. They're the 3 leaders. Just behind them, Western Outlaw, Much Ado, Deerfield and Rich Pickings. Mr. Zig leads in the straight from Strange Addiction, Tiger by the Tail. Western Outlaw trying to reach them, and then Much Ado. Gold Robe's got up behind the leaders, coming home well, and Rich Pickings is coming down the outside with a big run now. Rich Pickings has raced up to go to the lead over Mr. Zig. Gold Robe, it's all Rich Pickings drawing clear. Gold Robe running on well, but Rich Pickings from well back drew away to win it. Western Outlaws second, either Red Rascal out wide or Gold Robe for 3rd. Just behind those to finish in the race, Blazing Monarch, Deerfield, Strange Addiction, Much Ado. Followed by Mr. Zig over on the inside, and they were trailed then by Tiger by the Tail, No Comparison, His Word, and Gibran dropped out to finish last of all.
The lead on the extreme outside. Market Truce is coming across in a line of 10 to the first bend. Jadamick going up in the centre. So Gallant is out wide going forward. Grimm is caught wide. Arabian Hawk with the red and white cap showing speed near the inside. They were followed by November Song. Mighty Padrilles, 1 off the fence. Then came Lots Man's a Fool. They were followed by Shannon Victory. 2 lengths to Senwen getting back with Kugel Cough. 2 lengths Rose of Tralee. And Astutely went back to the tail of the field as they swing to the top bend. 1,200 metres out. Market Truce has moved up on the outside. He wants to reef and tear, and the boys allowed him to stride to the front now. Led by a length on So Gallant. Arabian Hawk 3rd. Jadamick 4th. Grimm's out 4 wide. He's going through out the outside of them. He's very deep at the moment from Mighty Padrill. November Song the fence. Man's a Fool a length away from Sweeping View. Shannon Victory, Senwin. Rose of Tralee going up on the inside astutely. And 2 lengths to Kugel Cough at the tail of the field. 750 out. Market Truce in charge. Led a half length. length. Moving up, Jatamick on the outside. Third, the fence, So Gallant now. Grim coming into the race pretty well. They were followed by Manzaful moving around Arabian Hawk from Mighty Padrille. Well back is Sweeping View, November Song. They were followed by Shannon Victory, Kugelhoff astutely, Rose of Tralee, and Sin Winters at the tail of the field on the bend. And Market Truce, the front runner, got away. 2 in front of Jatamick. 2 lengths away. Grim under the whip. Manzaful the outside. And wider still is Sweeping View after his stablemate. In front, Market Truce, but Sweeping View's pounced upon him. And here's Kugelhoff 2 lengths away, winding up. Sweeping View went to the front at the 100. Kugelhoff is gunning him down and gunning him down quickly. Kugelhoff wanting to lay in, hit the lead near home, and Kugelhoff's too good. Wins from Sweeping View by a neck and 4 lengths away, third astutely. They were followed then by Grim, then came Manzaful, Shannon Victory, Rose of Tralee, Market Truce, Mamselle Padrille, Mighty Padrille. Further back was Sin Win, November Song, Jatamick, then came So Gallant, and Arabian Hawk was last.
Palace Lord the inside, Solo Lord the outside, by a length the New Tune. Then Legal Dancer, Wing Sing to the outside, starting to put in from Lindbergh, and with them too was Scorn Bold. Palace Lord still the leader as they race down to the 300, a length and a half in front of Solo Lord, but here's Wing Sing coming now. He'll need to get busy on this leader, Palace Lord. He starts to shake it up at the 200. Legal Dancer, the grey, coming in the centre, and on the outside, Wing Sing, a 3-horse war. Wing Sing, Legal Dancer, and on the inside, Palace Lord try to come back at them. It's Legal Dancer, Wing Sing, Palace Lord, Legal Dancer, the grey, and on the outside, Wing Sing, nearly a dead heat. Legal Dancer or Wing Sing, close up third, Palace Lord, then Lindbergh, then Scorn Bold, Solo Lord, and New Tune, who had a real bee in his bonnet, put in an electrifying burst, but knocked up to finish at the tail of the field. Not sure about this.
Caulfield, 1,000 guineas back to Greg.
All in. Charles getting back aboard there. Bono Extreme. Zarzabel stood well. Rose of War getting a little edgy now. Light off. Racing in the 1,000 guineas. St Clemens Bell won the jump towards the inside from Curio. Jade Can See. Grand Archway was away in a hurry, and Say Good Morning is going fast in the early part to run to the lead. In a flurry, settling down with only 2 or 3 behind her now. And it's Say Good Morning, the leader from Grand Archway, heading up the hill near the 1,200 metres. Just behind them is St Clemens Bell, third from Can See. Zar Royale caught out wide. Rainbow Bubbles trapped out. Oak Stream is going fast round the outside with Rainbow Bubbles when the pace slack, and they race to the lead. Oak Stream in front now from Say Good Morning. Rainbow Bubbles out wide, improving, and Grand Archway right there fourth. 2 lengths Zar Royale, and then St Clemens Bell Can See, a length and a half or 2 then to Danelar. 2 lengths Confer, Curio Jade, Rose of War next, and then came in a flurry out 3 wide. Rose of Dane just inside her, and Primrose Penny on the fence, and then Zarzabel and Astrolita. 700 out now. Oak Stream just a leader from Rainbow Bubbles trapped out wide. In the centre then came Say Good Morning on the inside with Grand Archway. 1 Zar Royale Can See by the 600, and then St Clemens Bell and Danelar. In a flurry next on the outside, forced to go 4 wide coming to the turn. Rose of War next from Curio, Jade Confer, Astrolita and Zarzabel making runs out wide, and Rose of Dane spotting them a good start right across the track into the straight, and Grand Archway reached the lead. Rainbow Bubbles wide out coming at her. Oak Stream fighting back on the fence. Say Good Morning needs a run. Down the outside, Danelar, and in a flurry is sprinting home hard at the 200. In a flurry's raced up with Danelar, St Clemens Bell and Grand Archway. In a flurry on the outside, doing better than St Clemens Bell. In a flurry wide all the way, a mighty effort. In a flurry wins it. Danelar got up for second from St Clemens Bell. Just behind them, Grand Archway, Rose of War, Rainbow Bubbles, and they were followed in by just behind these Confer out wide, and then came Rose of Dane. Further back in the field, Say Good Morning and Oak Stream from Curio Jade Can See. Behind them came Zar Royale and Zarzabel, Astrolita, and Primrose Penny was last of all. In a flurry has scored a dazzling win in the Roseland 1,000 guineas, giving Darren Gauci his 3rd victory in the race, equalling a record set by Pat Hyland and Bill Williamson. Number 4, In a Flurry first. Second's gone to Danelar, Danny Nikolic. And third, St
To the
Clemens.
start. And Star Marks was the first one to bounce out of the gate, and Moses taking him straight to the front. Moving up is It's Not My Fault in the other similar colour of blue, moving up to be second. Exploding Success put to sleep by York on the fence third, a length Ultimate Power. They were followed getting back by Grand Escape, and last of all is Star Century, but no more than 4 lengths away from the leader as they come off the back at about the 2,300 metres mark. And the front runner is Star Marks from It's Not My Fault. He just wants to go a little bit more quickly on the outside, and Brown is trying to restrain him. 2 lengths Exploding Success inside of Ultimate Power from Grand Escape, and still last of all is Star Century. Well, there's no change in the order, and there probably won't be any change in the order for quite some time as they come around the bend at the 2,000 metres mark. And Star Marks in front for the little Aussie battler, Kevy Moses, leading the way. He's a half in front of It's Not My Fault. Brown's already ridden a winner today, and he's second on the outside, and he's still up on the bit. He's still wanting to go quickly. 2 lengths away, Ultimate Power, camped on the fence third. Exploding Success is next. Then further back in the field, a Grand Escape. And last of all, as they come down the stretch, is Star Century. Racing up to the 1,900 metres mark and at the post on the last lap with 1 more to go. And the leader is Star Marks in charge. It's Not My Fault, pulling pretty hard. Third on the fence and getting a good run at this stage is Exploding Success. They were followed by Ultimate Power, then came Grand Escape and Star Century at the tail of the field. They wheel out of the straight, 1,500 out. And the leader is still Star Marks. Ultimate Power is moving up to be fourth, just up in front of him. Second outside of the leader then is moving forward. It's Not My Fault. They were followed back on the inside by Exploding Success. A length away in the field, Grand Escape, and last of all is Star Century. Along the back, 11.50 out. Absolutely no change to the order yet, but here is going to be the first change with moving up Ultimate Power 3 wide. It's Star Marks in front, 1,000 out from Ultimate Power. It's Not My Fault, the centre. Exploding Success is hemmed away on the fence as Star Century went forward, and Grand Escape last of all. 2.5 lengths first to last, 800 out, and Exploding Success on the inside now was really hemmed away. He's got nowhere to go, the favourite at the moment, and the leader still is Star Marks in front. Moving up on the outside, Ultimate Power to be on level terms. 2 lengths away, It's Not My Fault. No run for Exploding Success, and he's being heeled along now by York. Star Century in front of him on the outside from Grand Escape. They're on the final bend. 4.50 to go. Star Marks has had a cushy run in the lead. He'll come around the corner in front now from Ultimate Power. 3 wide, It's Not My Fault. 2 lengths away in the field, Exploding Success, and Star Century with the last crack at them. Star Marks in front at the 250 metres mark. It's Not My Fault levels up the outside, and Star Century has just about got the pair of them on the outside. It's Not My Fault going to the front. Rodney Quinn throwing everything at Star Century. He'll get up today. Star Century drew clear near home, and Star Century won the money. It's Not My Fault second. Third, Ultimate Power. They were followed by Star Marks. Exploding Success didn't come on in the straight, and Grand Escape, he stayed where he started, last of all of the way.
Some tired horses there at Canterbury over the 2,800. With Star Century finishing 2 well, 3.70 and 2 even. Over 4, It's Not My Fault, $1.80. No third for Ultimate Power after race 5 at Canterbury. Updating Bendigo, it's a minute.
Now, Chavog and Theatre both began well on the inside. Out very fast, Scandinavia on their outside. Flavour settles down last. They settle fully now, heading to the 800. Chavog leads from Theatre. Show No Emotion a length away third. 2 Scandinavia ease back fourth, and 2 lengths to Flavour last of all. Chavog comfortably though. Down the side, a half length clear. Theatre is second, 1.5 with the cap on them. Show No Emotion, and second last Scandinavia, last is Flavour. But Chavog went a length clear. Gouchy niggling a bit at Theatre. Chavog travelling well. The rider looking around, and they're getting out off the track for the better going. Chavog carting them wide. Theatre's gone up level with him. Show No Emotion comes out 3 wide, clear of Scandinavia. Chavog asked to go. Theatre's level with him. They come to the 250. Theatre rolling about a bit. Show No Emotion's claiming the pair of them on the outside. 3-way go. What a beauty. Show No Emotion, Theatre and Chavog with Scandinavia behind them. Show No Emotion and Theatre now. Show No Emotion, Theatre. Theatre, Show No Emotion, Theatre. Theatre and nose. Show No Emotion. I'd say they're right across the track. Scandinavia out wide, prominent for third from Chavog, who rolled back to the inside, and Flavour's close up. I think Theatre's got it. It's a photo. Well, you couldn't have a more competitive small horse field than that. What a great finish. 58.3. Judges call for a photo. Theatre and Show No Emotion, and Show No Emotion has got it, number 2. Show No Emotion has got there on the outside. Oh, I'm staggered. 2, 6 and 3 it is. 2, 6 and 3. Show No Emotion, National Winner, has got the photo on the outside from Theatre and Scandinavia. Well, there you go. Show No Emotion has got it on the outside from Theatre. I thought he's certainly in front. Show No, here's the post. They're a few metres off the post. And, well, there. Yeah, he's got it. There's the official photo. Yes, a half-head victory for Theatre. He's
Being around Brian York, not quite in the saddle. He's a bit of a nutcase in the barrier stall, Something Sharp. Now the starter to the top rung of his ladder, grabs the button. All set. Hey, steady. Gates open. They've jumped in a fabulous line. Something Sharp out wide, came out very quickly. Reef King away fast, and also Space Prince and Forest Fire and Go Again deep going quickly. And there's Moringo Bay burning through the centre to go to the front on settling from Something Sharp, Reef King. They were followed then by Forest Fire between runners Space Prince. Rushing around the outside, Stroll Again from Go Again further back in the field and being heeled along as team player. 2 lengths to punt. Rapley's got a mile back with Patra's Reply in company with Blue Lacquer. Then came Targeth, and at the tail of the field is Appalache on the bend. And Something Sharp had moved up on the outside of Moringo Bay to go to the front. Stroll's now moved up to be second, but he went deep coming around the bend from Go Again. And team player to the outside running on well. York is full bore on Something Sharp, and at the 250, he's 2 lengths in front of team player Stroll Again. Punt's coming from a long way back. It's Something Sharp in front. Punt starting to fly down the outside. I think it'll be too late. Something Sharp in front. Punt is flying home, but it's too late, all right. Something Sharp's won from punt and team player. Making up good ground, Go Again from Stroll along. Then came Blue Lacquer. They were followed by Appalache. Well back was Forest Fire in company with Patra's Reply, Targeth. Then Space Prince. Next of all would have been a Rapley. They were followed by Reef King and Moringo Bay, who went like last week's pace.
Over on the inside, running next was Morris, then Scrupulous with his head down on his chest from Fly with Eagles. Comrade Park is pulling against that rider, and over on the outside last with him was Sovereign Court. Out of the straight they go, and Tembo the leader. Paul Gatt took a peep across to size up his immediate opposition, and he found that Tana's Lad, one of the fancied runners, was nice and handy to him within about a length and a half. Celamine is out wider. Morris back on the fence was 4th. Deborah's Daughter settling better now 5th with 1600 to run. 3 lengths King's Landing, 1 1/4 further back. Then came Scrupulous, followed on the outside a half away by Sovereign Court. A length and 1/4 to Fly with Eagles, and a half the inside. Last of all is Comrade Park. 1400 metres out in the cup at Murray Bridge, and Celamine took over by a length and a half from Tembo. 2.5 away Tana's Lad. Now there's a break of 4 lengths to King's Landing, racing up. In fact, it's not King's Landing. It's Deborah's Daughter racing on the outside of Morris. Then 2.5 to 3 lengths away King's Landing, Scrupulous, followed by Sovereign Court, Fly with Eagles and Comrade Park. Celamine just putting a little bit more pace on as they go to the 1,000 along the far side by a length and 3/4 to 2 over Tembo. 2.5 away then came Deborah's Daughter, moving up on the inside of Tana's Lad. Now they start to move up from behind. King's Landing outside of Morris, then Sovereign Court outside of Scrupulous. A length away Fly with Eagles, 1.5 away the locally trained Comrade Park down the hill. Celamine the leader. Young Gatt goes now on Tembo to have another crack at it. 3rd placing Tana's Lad, 4th Deborah's Daughter. They were followed by King's Landing. Morris under pressure, passed by Scrupulous, and further back in the field Sovereign Court, Fly with Eagles is last, and just inside of it was Comrade Park. Around the turn, Tembo got 3/4 in front of Celamine in a sprint for home. 3rd placing Deborah's Daughter with Tana's Lad. King's Landing under the whip, but Tembo. Young Gatt pulls the persuader. It's a length and a half in front. Here's Tana's Lad winding up, and Deborah's Daughter sticks on pretty well. Tembo shifts back to the rail. It's still in front. It's holding on. 2nd placing Tana's Lad. Then came Scrupulous. Tembo still in front. Trying hard Tana's Lad, but this young kid, young Paul Gatt, I think is going to win the cup, and he has. Tembo gets home at huge odds. Tana's Lad 2nd, 3rd on the outside, Scrupulous. Then Deborah's Daughter, Comrade Park, followed out wider by Fly with Eagles. King's Landing, another ordinary run. Celamine further back in the field, Sovereign Court, and Morris was last.
Yeah, he's a great little rider.
That was cool from the betting ring. Round 9 to 2, Miss Perron favourite over Lucy's Way and Zartiara. All set. Lamormini the inside. Off. Miss Perron began reasonably in a middle position. One of the first out, Quiet Style. Risky was out quickly. Lamormini settling 3rd on the inside. Discretion jumped well. Bunglung in the pink colours is going up, and Fuss and the lime is out a bit wider and heading forward as well, and then Tinikadua. As they climb the hill, Quiet Style left alone by half a length to Risky up second. Bunglung third on the outside of Lamormini. 2 Fuss outside Discretion. 1.5 Miss Perron, middle of the field on the rail. Touch of Fantasy working up outside her. Lucy's Way in that bunch, and over on the outside is Tinikadua. 2 lengths Flirty Bird, followed by Zartiara, and wide and last Shiosaki. 900 to go, and Quiet Style has gone through the first half of the race very slowly, leading a half length to Risky and 2 lengths to Bunglung. A Nick Lamormini fourth on the inside, and they're followed by Fuss. Round the outside, Tinikadua, Touch of Fantasy wide, Discretion over on the rails. 1 further back in the field, then Lucy's Way. Shiosaki deep around the outside of Zartiara. Miss Perron has got shuffled back to second last. Flirty Bird is last by the 600, and Quiet Style the leader, a half in front of Risky. On the outside of them is Fuss, Tinikadua. Touch of Fantasy coming the widest when they swept to the turn. Shiosaki getting a cart round the outside. Then Bunglung needing a run. Miss Perron is last coming into the straight. Quiet Style against the rail, led from Risky. Wider out Fuss. Bunglung down to the inside. Touch of Fantasy wide. Shiosaki the deepest, and then Zartiara. Risky got up on the outside to tackle Quiet Style. Bunglung. Touch of Fantasy out wide is running on hard. Touch of Fantasy out, and the outside has taken the lead now. Here's Lucy's Way trying to pick it back, but Touch of Fantasy in front, and 1 from Lucy's Way second. Photo third. Shiosaki or Zartiara ahead of Risky and Fuss. They're followed in by Flirty Bird out wide, making some ground. Quiet Style over on the rails. Back behind those was Bunglung, Lamormini. They were trailed in towards the end as Discretion. Miss Perron had no luck in the run, and Fuss was one of the last. One more coming in here at the end, Tinikadua.
Next in line, just fidgety near the inside, Babaji and also Meadow Lake and Safe Image, well behaved. Beautiful day in Sydney today, absolutely glorious, hardly a cloud in the sky. Set to jump now. Racing. Meadow Lake went back shortly after the start. Next in line, and Roy O'Roy near the inside, away very quickly and showing speed. Darcy Dancer and Shot in the Dark on the outside. Masterful Lad caught wide from Meadow Lake, going through in the centre over Renter Crowd and Greenbacks, getting back Temulac. They were followed by Babaji, and Safe Image went back to the tail of the field, along the back, and Shot in the Dark straight to the front. It's a hot speed up front, led by 2 lengths on Darcy Dancer next in line. Meadow Lake is moving up 3 wide around Roy O'Roy, 2 lengths Masterful Lad, 3 deep around Greenbacks and Renter Crowd. 2 lengths Temulac, well back with Babaji, and 2 lengths to Safe Image. They're racing up towards the 800 metres mark, and Shot in the Dark in front, a length clear from Darcy Dancer. Next in line, 3rd, Meadow Lake 4th, Roy O'Roy 5th, Renter Crowd 6th, the inside of Masterful Lad. A length away, Greenbacks, Babaji, Temulac, and 3 lengths to Safe Image. Coming past the 600, Shot in the Dark in charge, a half length on Darcy Dancer. Meadow Lake's covered ground, but he's moved up pretty easily to go to 3rd. 2 lengths away, Masterful Lad, Roy O'Roy the centre. Next in line, the fence, Greenbacks coming wide, and they were followed further back in the field then by Babaji on the bend, and the front runner Shot in the Dark from Darcy Dancer, and Meadow Lakes cruised up and grabbed the pair, and Masterful Lad in turn swamped him and went straight past him. At the 200, Masterful Lad bounded to the front, raced away now from Meadow Lake, running on Greenbacks, but Masterful Lad, denying some pretty ordinary form of late, is cruising away to win easily. Masterful Lad 3.5 lengths on the line to Meadow Lake, 3 lengths away Greenbacks. They were followed by Temulac, Shot in the Dark, Darcy Dancer, Babaji next in line, Renter Crowd, Safe Image, and Roy O'Roy's turned into shocker. He was last.
Back to his best today, and Dean McClellan aboard. Masterful Lad just bolted away from them. 6:30, came right in at the end, but when we first did a market, it was around about the...
And they're on their way. Oh, Raggedy Ann start. Missing it, Denison Ruler, and even worse serve was... back in the field behind it, Sons Van Anvil, who came out very lethargically. Not so with Ruby's Kate, who led early from in second place in Green Chirine. Moving up in between horses, or attempting to, was Running Rampant, and getting around them, Bet on Black. And there's another one up there with them too, just caught wide on the outside as they start to sort themselves out. And they were followed further back in the field behind those then. Over on the inside, Dynamic Lady, who's being covered by the Kenton Kid, 1.5 lengths to Denison Ruler on the inside. Inkling her outside, and they were followed by 2 away by Wee Bush. And after that very sluggish start, last of all, Sun's Anvil downhill and Bet on Black leads. Dr. Mabuse bowls up to be second. Third on the inside, Green Chirine. And then Ruby's Kate with over on the inside, but not getting much room running rampant. The Kenton Kid is out in the limb. Further back in the field, Dynamic Lady. Then Dennison Ruler. Further out in the track was Inkling starting to wind up, and they were followed by Wee Bush and Sun's Anvil can't stride out. Around the home turn, 420 to go. Bet on Black the leader. Green Chirine got a lovely run up on the inside, but is under pressure by the same token. Wider out on the track, coming into the picture now is Running Rampant. With it is Ruby's Kate. Back behind them, Dynamic Lady, Dr. Mabuse, and here's one getting right up along the rail. Look at the Dream Run, it's getting Dennison Ruler. Bet on Black the leader, but Dennison Ruler got that rails run, saved every inch of ground and more so. And Dennison Ruler's going to give someone a big result here of 33 grand plus in the 4-trailer. The only live ticket, Dennison Ruler scores from Bet on Black. Third, either Green Chirine, Dynamic Lady, Wee Bush. Knocking up behind those then came Running Ramp.
Ready to break. Off they go now, and El Buraimi in the middle of the line. Began reasonably. Jugabout was away quickly down towards the inside for Darren Gouchy. Macefield jumped nicely. Trisgo is showing some pace. Zabuan is dropping in behind them about 5th or 6th in the green with the green blinkers. Coming to the post, and Trisgo first up for a long while. Went to the lead by 2 lengths to Macefield, a neck to Jugabout. 2 lengths Kalina Raffin 4th at the turn out of the straight. Then Kiwi Chevelle, Zabuan. A length and a half to Prince Charming, settling 4th to last on the inside. El Buraimi is behind it, followed by Seeing Stars and Wood Street last out of the straight. At the 1800 metres now, and Trisgo the leader, more than 2 lengths clear. Macefield is second. Jugabout is third. A break of 2 lengths Kalina Raffin. A similar break in the field, Kiwi Chevelle. 1 1/4 Zabuan. Prince Charming the rail. Third last is El Buraimi. Seeing Stars is racing outside Wood Street with 1500 to go. And the leader is Trisgo for Dwayne Dunn. Hasn't raced since July of this year, and he leads by 2 lengths. Running second is Macefield by the 1400. Back in third placing Jugabout, 2 lengths Kalina Raffin, 4th over on the outside of Kiwi Chevelle, and then Prince Charming Zabuan. A couple of lengths El Buraimi, Wood Street, and a neck away to Seeing Stars last when they top the rise on the back of the track. They're inside the 1200 metres. Trisgo by 2 lengths to Macefield. About 2.5 lengths away is Jugabout. Kiwi Chevelle 1 1/4 away. 3/4 then to the grey Kalina Raffin. Prince Charming over on the inside is next. Around him Zabuan. 2 lengths to the favourite El Buraimi. A length behind her Wood Street and Seeing Stars. Trisgo took the field now onto the railway side. 800 metres before them. A length in front of Macefield. Jugabout. Oh, Seeing Stars has broken down at the back of the field. Seeing Stars has broken down, and he's thrown the rider to the track, Larry Cassidy. I think a harmless tumble. Back to the race. 600 metres to go now. Trisgo a half on Jugabout. Prince Charming's weaved a passage through the field in the green and white hoops, and he's gone through the middle to challenge for the lead. Zabuan coming around the outside. El Buraimi's come the widest as they swept to the corner. The race has changed complexion quickly. Prince Charming, Jugabout, Zabuan, and the widest El Buraimi when they corner. Into the straight they race. El Buraimi up out wide, and Zabuan going to the lead with Jugabout. Prince Charming wielding on little on the run. Out wide, El Buraimi and Zabuan have raced to the front together. El Buraimi coming home the better from Zabuan. Got a half length clear, and El Buraimi the mare starts to draw clear. El Buraimi a length and a half Zabuan. 3 lengths away third, Jugabout from Prince Charming. A gap to Wood Street. Then Trisgo, Kiwi Chevelle, Kalina Raffin, and Macefield was last to complete the course.
And the favourite gets home in the last, Al Buraimi, and it's to pay 261.20. Very wide in the straight. Obviously the better going was out there. Zabuan second, $2 even, and 5 Jugabout for third at 310. 3, 4, 5 it'll be there. Race 8 at Caulfield, the last. Now, where's Maitland? We've got a minute to Maitland. Chief Ostie 250. National Pride 520. 4 Tide Man is at 220. It's just the favourite over the 1. 12's Witch Black, and down to 8 Mr. Resort at 17. Doomben. It's due in 6 from now, the last there. And Vorigel is at 16. 2 Turnersville 960. The short price favourite is the 3. And that is Time Killer at $1.45. 8
favourite. Title Row, Nature's Way came up into the stalls. Relax with Max was coming along to be the last to move in.